Oh my God, I've done it again with the microphone! Welcome back to the Daily News, where this time I've actually decided to record it with a microphone on. Messi turns it on, Chelsea plan extraordinary deal, Wolves' bad luck continues, there's a shock resignation in the Europa League and a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes, as I'm your host Matt Froelich, you are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. So first up, Lionel Messi on his special night really turned it on. 776 appearances now for Barcelona, equaling the record of the legendary Xavi. By the way, Xavi, who has said that he is in contact with Joan Laporta. There's no rumours about him becoming manager just yet, but he wants everyone to know that he and the brand new Barcelona president are in contact. Anyway, for Lionel Messi, he bagged 2 brilliant goals, got an assist, and alongside Antoine Griezmann, they put Huesca to the sword. Not only was Messi's goal brilliant, and it was a brilliant performance from him, and of course he will beat the record of appearances from Xavi by playing against Real Sociedad at the weekend, it was also a good little nod to the future of Barcelona. On the pitch were the likes of course, Frenkie de Jong. Mingueza had a good game and got on the score sheet. Serginho Dest was doing pretty well. Trincao and Ricky Puig came on to good effect. There was also, of course, Pedri, who's just received his first call-up to the Spanish national team. And in the case of Ousmane Dembele, Barcelona have been so impressed with him in recent weeks, they're willing to sign him down to a new long-term contract to ward off the interest from the likes of Manchester United in the summer. All in all, a good night for Barcelona, a fantastic night for Messi, and things are looking up after a rather disappointing week last week, which saw them knocked out of the Champions League to PSG. In fact, that wasn't even a disappointing performance. That was a few weeks back when they lost 4-1 in their own yard. Anyway, as for the La Liga table right now, they are now 4 points behind Atletico Madrid and 2 points ahead of third place Real Madrid. And with quite a few games left to play, the title race is well and truly on. Next up, and to Chelsea, who are no strangers to a rather extraordinary deal, but this one is going to blow all of them out the water. So there's 2 separate reports. One of them is that Chelsea aren't happy with Timo Werner. They don't think he's at the level of quality that they thought they were getting when they signed him from RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga. They haven't been happy with his output this season, and maybe, just maybe, he could be leaving the club after just 1 year. In a separate report, Chelsea want Erling Haaland because who doesn't? The guy scoring a ridiculous amount of goals, whichever club managers are signing from Dortmund has pretty much got their striking role ready and made for the next 10 years at least. So if you put the two together, could we be seeing an extraordinary swap deal plus a hell of a lot of money? Well, according to a few reports in the English press today, that could happen. Roman Abramovich is no stranger to spending a lot of money and pulling off some incredible deals. So, Haaland, a lot of money, plus Timo Werner in the opposite direction. Chelsea get Haaland, Werner returns to the Bundesliga, Dortmund get a pretty good striker in the Bundesliga that they know about in Timo Werner. Maybe this deal could actually work. I'm not saying it will, because I know everyone's always like, oh Matt, are these definitely going to happen? It's just a rumour. It's just some rumours that I've seen on the internet that I'm talking about and bringing to you guys to discuss in the comment section down below. But it would be one hell of a masterstroke. One thing that could make this deal a little bit more reasonable is if Chelsea finish inside the top 4 and have Champions League football for next season, and Dortmund finish outside the top 4 in the Bundesliga and don't have Champions League football. Of course, Haaland and even the likes of Sancho and Girona, who have also been linked with moves, have plenty of time to play in the Champions League, but the fact they've already proven themselves at this level, Haaland's got a ridiculous amount of goals in the Champions League, means that they want to play there every season. What's the point of wasting, even if it's just 1 year, sat in the Europa League? No disrespect to the Europa League at all. It's pretty crazy, that competition, and we'll get onto that in just a little bit. Next up though, and talking of Champions League spots in England, Liverpool are creeping ever closer to them. They now sit in 6th place after a 1-0 win over Wolves last night, thanks to former Wolves player Diogo Jota grabbing the winning goal. But the game really paled into insignificance after yet another head injury for a Wolves player. Raul Jimenez fractured his skull against Arsenal in November, and he was watching on last night as defender Conor Cody accidentally kneed goalkeeper Rui Patricio in the head. This led to him being knocked out on 15 minutes taken to bring him off the pitch. Honestly, the game doesn't really matter anymore. Once you've got a head injury like that, all the players just thinking about is this shocking injury. But thankfully, the manager Nuno Espirito Santo has come out this morning and said that Rui Patricio is doing okay. He's going to recover. He remembers what happened. He remembers everything with Cody in the match and all stuff like this. So things are looking pretty bright upon first assessment. As for Wolves, it's just another string of bad luck in a season which really hasn't been going all their way. They showed flashes of brilliance points, but have really put together a consistent run of form, and that pretty much showed last night over the 90, well, turned out to be 100 and a bit minutes. Next up, and just when you thought things couldn't get more difficult for Dinamo Zagreb to turn around their first leg defeat to Tottenham, they have lost their manager. Zoran Mamic was on the sideline as Harry Kane bagged 2 goals last Thursday, and this Thursday he will not be on the sideline because for embezzlement he has been sent to just under 5 years in jail. What a turnaround. I know they say a week is a long time in football. That usually pertains to changing around results on the pitch, not your manager being sent to jail, then resigning off the pitch. This, of course, does not really help their preparations as they plan to overturn that 2-goal game, and it's going to be very, very difficult for them. It was going to be difficult anyway, never mind having thrown into the mix the fact that your manager's been sent to jail, he's resigned, and then a new manager is going to have to come in. Apparently that's going to be a former Dinamo player, but even so, what are the chances he's going to mastermind a ridiculous turnaround on Thursday evening? We told you the Europa League always threw up some crazy headlines, but I'm not so sure Erling Haaland wants to be involved in any of them. Next up then, let's move on to a quick roundup of the rest of the day's news that you might have missed. And talented Valencia player Yunus Musa has decided to play for the American national team. He was born in New York City but could have played for England, Italy or Ghana, but has decided to play for the US national team. Elsewhere, and Hatayspor forward Aaron Bupenza, who scored 18 goals in the Turkish Super League this season, is attracting the interest of the likes of Newcastle and West Ham, who both could do with a pretty good goal scoring forward. Donny van der Beek is set to hold talks with Manchester United's Ed Woodward over his future at the club amid reports that he wants to leave after just 1 season because he's not getting enough game time. And lastly but not least, Zinedine Zidane has said that Cristiano Ronaldo's return to Real Madrid could happen. In fact, I talked about this yesterday with the help of a few of you from our community tab, and you can find that video right here talking about all things Cristiano Ronaldo and all things his transfer. Anyway, that's all from me for today. Thanks so much for watching. Check out everything else we've got going on, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.